Previously on the Damage Guild podcast.
Let's take the box, find somewhere else on the ship to hide it. Maybe in the back of the pantry underneath the sacks of potatoes.
Azlo, you notice sailors on the docks and looking at you. One of them starts walking up the gangplank. Thought I saw an old friend of mine.
This ship's about to set sail.
I burst up and I've got like a mustache and makeup on my eyes.
The amazing Zupa, do one of your cool cartwheels for us.
I attempt to do a cartwheel and purposely fail.
Maybe I was mistaken.
Azlo, you got some splaining to do.
That must have been a fan.
I'm surprised that you still think you have to lie to us.
I may be wanted for a crime?
Tokas, you hear squeak from one of the floorboards. You catch a brief glimpse of a round, bulbous eye.
Yeah, we need Azlo. I'll go get him.
Did you bring your candle?
I do, yeah.
So I see the glow moving across the hold.
You also see some humanoid creature standing in the hold right in front of you.
It's like large, like big.
About the size of you or a little bit smaller.
Okay, bigger than the size of an average Alshaz, for example.
Is it bigger than a bread box?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I am sitting on my sword, so I fumble around for it and say, Who are you? Shout into the darkness.
The shape makes one quick motion, and something comes towards you. So roll for initiative.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Ooh, buddy.
All right, did pretty well. I got a 22.
Aha, 21. Rats.
13 plus 2, so 15.
Okay, pretty decent.
So as you fumble for your sword, the shadow jumps at you, and you quickly dodge out of the way, rolling to the side into some crates as you hear heavy footsteps landing next to you.
Whoa.
And the shadow passes by with a brush of wind blowing past your face. Shabba, it's your turn.
I stumble to my feet and draw my short sword and say, "Speak your name, or I'll swing this thing."
You don't get any response.
What are you doing? I mean you no harm. Please, tell me who you are or what you are.
You don't hear any words coming back. The only sounds that you hear are this strange gurgling.
Ooh.
Ooh. Something like that.
Yeah, we don't speak that.
Yeah, I don't speak that language. I'm not familiar. You're going to have to speak up a little bit. I can't quite hear you. Got something in your throat? I will bring my sword back and ready in action if this thing makes any aggressive movements.
You can't really see what it's doing, so basically if it hits you, you're going to try to attack back?
Yeah, if it attacks me or looks like it's going to attack me or draws a weapon or something.
Okay, well again, you can't really see much detail, so you don't know if it's drawing a weapon or not.
So it's kind of like a wavy, like shadowy form without any...
No, it's just that the light is very far away from you, so you're only getting the tiniest hints of what's in front of you.
Okay. Yeah. If I feel something painful, then I'll swing out at it.
Okay. Azlo, you heard him shouting.
Shabba, what's wrong? I start moving faster.
You start running through the crowded cargo hold?
Yeah, I've got the candle, I think, in my hand, and just using that as light, so running around, dodging boxes and whatever to try to run over there.
Okay, and Tokas, you're just following?
Well, I don't need the light, so maybe I come from a different angle than Azlo.
There's really only one way back into the cargo hold.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll follow close behind. If anything, maybe kind of in front of him just in case something were to attack us.
Okay. As the two of you get closer, Shabba, you finally get a better glimpse of what's in front of you. You can just make out what seems to be a hulking greenish fish creature standing on his hind legs, wielding a large, vicious spear with multiple prongs.
Oh, like a big... It's going to spear me like a big fork or a trident or something.
Its mouth is gaping open with many fangs as it snarls and gargles at you.
Ooh.
Oh, this is the thing that was in the cargo hold, right? Not the thing that Tokas... Well, I wouldn't know if it was the thing that Tokas saw below us.
Shabba, that's the thing I saw. That's that eyeball. Is it the thing I saw?
You don't know.
Oh, okay.
You probably can't even see it yet because you're short. Looking over the boxes. Shabba, it looks as though it is indeed aiming to attack you with its spear. So I'll give you the first attack if you want to.
Okay. All right, look, Mr. Sea Monster. I get it, okay? Times are tough. You're hungry. I probably taste good, okay? No one here is going to begrudge you that.
Don't tell him that.
But imagine with me for a moment, if you will, a world where seaman and sea monster alike were able to rise above their baser survival instincts and come to a place where they could find common ground.
I don't think you have time to be saying all of this.
Yeah, are you doing are you intimidating? Are you doing some sort of persuasion?
I pull out my lute and say, "Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?"
Exactly. I'm trying to persuade him not to attack me. I mean, we have nets. We can catch fish. You like fish, don't you? I mean, I know I do. It's one of my favorites. So why aren't we working together toward a peaceful solution?
And it attacks you.
Yeah, this was supposed to be your readied action to attack it.
So it looks like it's bringing its thing to bear, even though it's like not understanding or just not caring what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right, so much for that idea. I try to stab him in the throat. Dang it, I got a 10. It's a miss.
Okay. And it doesn't matter for this roll, but you actually have disadvantage as you are crouching in the hold.
Oh, no.
And trying to fight in a very awkward position.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The ceiling's not even tall enough for me to, stand up straight in, right?
Right. And the creature is also hunched over slightly, but it looks like it probably has that as its natural stance anyway, so...
Okay.
Alright, so it takes a stab at you. The spear flies by and lands just above your shoulder, stabbing into one of the crates.
Okay.
And then it tries to bite you, but you manage to block it with your sword.
Whew.
And it bites on the sword instead. Now Shabba's turn again.
It's me?
Yeah.
Oh, they're just running through?
No, that was your...
Well, you had the highest
That was your
initiative.
readied action, so now it's your actual turn.
Oh, okay. Right on. I will wrench my sword out of its teeth and... No, actually, I'll just grab the end of my sword, like the back of the blade, and try to push it into its head.
The top of its head slides clean off. Well done.
No, I rolled even worse that time. I got an 8.
Okay. So you're locked in a wrestling match with it, fighting over your sword. Azlo, you round the corner of one of the crates and see it up ahead of you. See this battle happening.
You see me going, oh, gods, it's so ugly. You're so ugly.
I say, what? What is that thing?
Beats me. Help me out here.
Oh, Shabba, are you okay?
Do I look like I'm okay?
I think Azlo sort of nervously draws his rapier and runs over and tries to stab it. Ah!
Halfling gumption.
That would be a natural 2, so a 6 to attack. I'm guessing that's not going to help.
We're awesome at combat.
So as you're running up, you stumble in the missing board, and you kind of catch your foot there and trip over it and lose your footing,
Oh, no.
causing you to completely
boy.
miss your target.
It's up to you, Tokas.
For my bonus action, I will shout, Shabba, I think you're really handsome, and give you Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, okay, sweet.
All right, Tokas.
Okay, so I guess I also round the corner.
Yes.
And I see this cacophony of you guys wrestling with this fish monster. I think to myself, yeah, we probably don't want another one in there. So instead of taking out my rapier, I ready my crossbow.
Ooh.
Does that take my whole turn?
No.
Okay, I will ready my crossbow and I will shoot at the fish. It's risky, I know, because they're in a wrestling match, but I think it will hit true.
Let's hope so.
Here we go.
Only one way to find out.
All right, so I roll an 8.
Okay, so your crossbow bolt sticks into the ceiling above the creature.
Shabba, I'm afraid you're not long for this world.
It doesn't look that way. Oh, boy.
Don't worry, guys, I'll get the hang of this thing.
Maybe there's a reason we haven't tried to fight much yet in this show.
Yeah, we're clearly very skilled at it.
Yeah, I've just been carrying this thing around, and I've hardly used it.
So the creature now takes its spear and stabs it directly into your side.
Oh,
You take 9 points of damage from that.
it hurts. It hurts.
I'll have to get you a tetanus shot.
Yeah, man, for real.
That's true. A sharp metal weapon that's probably been underwater for long periods of time. I think there's no way that isn't rusty.
He probably never washed that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna use my ability. So when I take damage, I can use my reaction. Oh, did I already use my reaction? No, that was last round.
Yes.
I can use my reaction to roll a d12, add my con modifier, and reduce the damage by that amount. So you said I took 9?
Yep. And that's probably a good move because it also bit you for 5 points.
Ooh.
Yikes.
Okay, alright, I'll try to do this. Okay, I reduced the damage by 6, so I take 3 from the first and 5 from the second for a total of 8.
Nice.
So it manages to get the sword out of its mouth and then bite your arm that's holding the sword.
Oh, I have 3 hit points left.
And it's your turn.
Yikes.
Okay, alright, I'm going to roll and then not forget about the Bardic Inspiration. Dang it, I'm going to use the Bardic Inspiration. Let's see. Actually, is it even worth it?
If it's super low, probably not.
Yeah, I'm going to hold and not use the Bardic Inspiration. I rolled another 3, so I got an 8.
Man. The total is 8?
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm going to hold on to the Bardic Inspiration.
It might be. Oh, yeah. Okay, I guess he said it's misses.
Azlo.
Okay, so seeing that the whole sword swinging thing didn't work out so well for me, in a flash of inspiration, I'm going to drop my sword and pull out my lute, and I will take a moment to center myself, and I will start playing.
Azlo, this is no time for songs.
Thunder! Thunder! And I cast Thunderwave.
Oh,
Thunderwave?
wow.
Yes.
Oh.
Nice.
You realize that is going to blow back everything in this cargo hold.
Yes, do it!
By any means necessary. So, the creature makes a Constitution save.
I got a natural 20.
Oh, crap.
So did we just fry all the cargo for no good reason?
Yeah.
Does that fry me and Shabba? What happens?
So it's only a 15-foot cube, so I'm assuming I could probably angle it in such a way as to not get you guys.
Mm.
Yeah.
It does say unsecured objects are pushed away, but I'm guessing it depends on how heavy they are.
To some extent. Is it a 5-foot push?
10-foot push.
Okay.
Ooh.
You accidentally push a hole in the boat. Whoops.
Whoa!
We're going down, fellas.
Zoink scoop!
You still deal damage, though, right? So give me your damage.
Yeah, no. On a success, creatures... Oh, sorry, yeah, take half damage. You're right. I thought it was save or nothing. All right. That would be 7 and half is 3.
Okay. This tumultuous, thundering noise echoes throughout the entire ship, and you hear wood splintering and crashing as cargo goes flying back and crates splinter open. Everything is in disarray.
I don't know my own strength.
Is that the end of your turn?
I will use my bonus action to give Tokas some inspiration.
I will use my bonus action to play a lute solo.
I will say, Tokas, you are by far one of the shortest people I know.
Oh, well, thanks, Azlo. I'm so glad you
Oh, it's
noticed.
so sweet.
Anytime, old pal.
All right, Tokas, it's your turn.
All right, feeling inspired, I toss my useless crossbow. I don't even know why I have it at this point.
Oh, wow.
Toss it,
We're dropping weapons left and right.
and I unsheath my rapier, and I run at the beast, and I say, "Let me show you how this is done, guys." So I probably can't make an attack, right?
You can.
Because I moved in. Oh, okay. Okay, well, I want the fish monster to pay attention to me. Hey, look at me, look at me. Look at me, and I kind of bob and weave a little bit.
Yeah, you are technically our tank.
Yeah, I'm like, why was I shooting? That was not what I'm supposed to do. So I get up in his face, and I want to stab him in the face. Or what I think is his face. I mean, he's like, you said he has like a fish face, fish head?
Yeah.
Okay. And I will attempt to attack the fish.
Ooh.
Monster.
It's really just a person with a fish stuck in the hood.
Someone help me get this fish out of my
attack
head.
this.
He's got his head down underneath his thing, and he just has a big fish flopping out.
19.
All right.
19.
That's without using the. You didn't have to use the inspiration for that.
Nope.
Nice.
No, I'm saving that for the... Can I use that on damage?
No.
Oh.
Basically, any d20 roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you didn't roll a 19, did you? Because that's a.
I rolled a 15 plus 4.
Okay.
19's not critical.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, sorry. I just played Pathfinder on Monday night.
Alright, so what's your damage?
4.
And that's including your bonus?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, the +2.
So you run up next to your companions and try to get in front of it and stab it. You don't quite reach its head, since it's considerably taller than you.
Crap.
But you stab it in the shoulder.
Nice.
And it reels back and looks at you angrily, emitting more unusual noises.
Well done.
Yes. Yes, be angry at me. Attack me.
And it does.
Oh.
Okay.
No.
This is what I wanted.
AC 19.
Yeah, that's with the fighting style defense bonus, right? And the shield. Oh, I'm not wearing my shield right now, am I? Like an idiot.
Ooh.
And actually, you only had part of your armor on.
Oh, no.
As we decided earlier.
Oh, no.
You didn't grab your shield when you ran back to get Azlo?
I don't know if I'm wearing my shield, to be honest.
Ooh.
You were just using your crossbow, so you're not wearing your shield.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it's on my back.
Yeah, but you don't have your armor on. So...
Tisk.
I'll give you a couple points of AC for having part of your armor on.
Plus the fighting style defense? Maybe?
Sure.
That's the bonus I picked. Okay. Yeah, I get that 1 AC.
So your AC is currently 14.
That's not terrible.
Which means that it misses you with its spear, but then comes down and bites your head.
Oh no.
Ouch.
For 4 points of damage.
These are like bite off my wig.
Gonna whip that toupee right off you.
Yeah, maybe the toupee counts as extra armor class for his scalp.
You see some hairs dangling from its mouth as it comes back.
Hey, that's mine. I need that.
Now it's personal, buddy.
Okay, Shabba.
Okay, I'm gonna take another swing at it. Okay, that time I rolled an 18, so it's a 23 to hit. And that is 6 damage.
So you give it a hard stab with your sword, and it staggers back slightly, but it's still snarling and growling at you fiercely.
Okay.
Azlo, it's your turn, and you look down where you just had your foot misplaced on accident.
Mm-hmm.
And you see what appears to be another one of these creatures crouching in the ballast down below, about to emerge out of the pit.
I have friends.
Yikes.
Holy crap. Wait, so it's like a missing floorboard that they pried up, and then that allows us to see...
There's a couple of missing floorboards now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I felt other ones starting to move.
into like the deck below this one?
There's not really another deck below this one, but it's like...
It's the bilge.
ballast and... yeah,
So is it safe to assume that these
Okay.
travel in packs or schools?
apparently.
Man.
Everyone, also, you hear a loud whistle come from somewhere up above.
A bosun's whistle.
Like, yeah, bosun's whistle or similar,
Okay.
something like that.
Well,
Suddenly the fish monsters like get down on all fours and then run away.
Pavlovian response.
How badly injured does this one look?
It's looking pretty weak.
Okay.
It's staggering and barely keeping its footing right now.
Well, we need to buy time for the rest of the people to get here, so...
Yeah, trying to decide if this is how I should spend this. I guess I'll pick my rapier back up and try to swing at him again.
Don't swing with rapiers.
Oh, that's right. Poke him. I poke him with my
Poke
rapier.
him full of holes.
That would be a 13.
13 does hit.
Oh.
Hey, all right.
Impressive.
5 damage.
All right, with this final stab, you hit his heart and he collapses to the ground.
Okay.
Yes!
You see
Huzzah!
Nice.
bubbles and moisture just coming out of his mouth and his skin.
We did a thing. We killed a thing.
All right.
As per tradition, I give Azlo a high five.
Sweet. Yeah.
I give you a high five in the air. Cause
It's like one of the jumping high fives, and it's a freeze frame, and credits roll.
even though there's like another enemy.
There's another monster, yeah.
Freeze frame. Yeah.
All right, do you do anything else?
That's the first living thing that we've killed as a party. We killed a dead thing,
That's true.
but that's the first living thing.
You're right. I do a little jig, and then I end my turn.
Okay,
As a
Tokas.
bonus action.
Do I notice the other monster? Like, has Azlo informed me of what he saw?
You do see it when the first one collapses.
Guys, there's more of these things. What do we do?
I don't know. Oh, by the way, did you set your candle down on a crate so like we can see? Tokas doesn't need it, obviously, but
That's a good question. I definitely would have been carrying it until I rounded the corner.
Were you building that old-timey miner's hat instead of sleeping?
Who, me?
Take a little tip from Tokas.
Oh, yeah, totally.
No, but that's a good idea. I should build that. That's a good suggestion, Shabba.
I probably would have dropped it on the nearest flat surface before pulling out my loot.
Okay.
So
And you, it actually toppled over when you did the explosion, and, the boat's on fire now.
set the boat on fire. Yeah.
Oh my god, this is going so much worse than I could have imagined.
I didn't think about what happened with the candlestick. That's probably that's Thane's deal, right? That's you have to like none of us are noticing that it caught one of the barrels on fire while we were fighting.
I assumed you set it down.
And it actually had alcohol in it.
Yeah, it's like all fires in movies. They start and nobody notices them for the first 10 minutes.
Yep.
And they're like, oh crap, half the thing is on fire.
Even though this is all pressure treated wood, but it just somehow catches on fire within seconds.
Yeah, but then of course the one that catches on fire is grain alcohol. Some kind of rum or something, and it just explodes.
Pure moonshine.
So it sounds like we're staying because we need to buy time for our allies to arrive, right? We're not running away? We're not cowards?
We're not.
Well, debatable.
Okay, so this is an if. If I did actually remember to bring my shield, I just haven't equipped it yet, I would like to do so.
Okay, it takes your action to equip a shield.
I will equip my shield.
All right.
Because that is +2 AC.
Cool.
So I have +2 air conditioning units. I'm nice and cool now.
It was getting really hot on this inflamed boat.
Yeah, right. AC is important.
We're not actually on fire, right? That wasn't real? Okay.
It's not actually on fire.
So that's my whole action? Can I do anything else? Can I yell at the fish hey?
And you can talk.
All right, I point my rapier menacingly at the fish. You're mine. And I have my turn.
The creature climbs its way out from the pit area and eyes each of you in turn. You hear footsteps running around up above you and shouting as people scramble for whatever is around.
Wait, scramble? You're making it sound like they're fighting up there.
The bosun blew his whistle, which basically calls all the crew to order.
To arms.
The creature looks at Tokas and attempts to attack, and your AC is now 16.
Yes. What's such a worthy turn?
Because of that, you manage to deflect his spear with your shield, but it still comes in and bites your arm for 3 more points of damage.
Youch!
It's had all it can stomach of that wig of yours.
Yeah. Guys, it's like we're playing Pokemon and the doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo noise is happening. You guys know. I've taken quite a bit.
I was just going to say earlier, you had the shield on your back. You could have pulled a Link and just crouched down and all the blows would deflect off your back.
Oh my goodness. I'm wounded.
How much did you take?
I just took another 3 points, and I already took 4 points. And my maximum hit points, Jay, is 12, so you do the math.
Okay, yep.
I am down to 5, hence the doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, my max is 11, and I've taken 8, so yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm right there with you.
It's now back to Shabba's turn.
All right, you foul creature of the sea. This is the last time you've threatened my friends. My name is Shabba, born of Crag and Thunder. You have offered me offense, and I swear you this solemn vow, you shall not outlive this day. And with that, I promptly use Azlo's bardic inspiration.
I think that's the first time you've managed to use that quote.
Yeah, it is. It's the first time. That is a 16, thanks to the bardic inspiration.
Ooh. How many points from the
That's
bardic?
a hit.
I rolled a 6 on the d6, so
Nice.
it was very helpful. All right, and he takes 7 points of damage.
You stab him with your sword. He just falls back for a second and looks ready to resume the attack. Azlo.
Hearing Tokas and Shabba have their discourse about how hurt they are, I will turn to Shabba, and with my lute, again, I will begin to play. Doo-doot, doo-doo-doot, doo-doo-doo. I got some healing. Ooh, to get you back into the fight. To get you back into the fight. To get you back into the fight. Some healing. And I will cast Cure Wounds on you.
Oh, wow. Well, at least you didn't start playing Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, I considered
You chose the right healing song.
That's a different kind of healing, kids. Who rolls the healing dice, me or him?
Generally the caster, but...
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Ooh. Natural 8 plus my charisma modifier of 5 would be you heal 13 hit points.
Nice. I only was down 8, so thanks. Dude, I wish I could save those extra hit points for later, but yeah, all right, cool.
And then as a bonus action, I'll also wink at you and give you another Bardic Inspiration die.
Yeah, sweet.
Okay, Tokas.
Okay, so bear with me, because I'm new to the warrior fighter class. Is there like something I can do that's like the equivalent of hunker down in XCOM?
You can do a second wind.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, it's a sweet fighter
1d10 plus my fighter level of 1.
That's what you should do.
Heck yeah.
So heal 1d10 plus 1, and you can still attack.
Ooh.
Nice. Do that.
All right, can I start with the second one and figure out what rest I'm doing?
Yeah.
Okay. I take out my trusty D10, which I haven't gotten the opportunity to roll yet, because none of these rolls have to do with D10s until now.
That's right.
I heal for 3 points.
That's including the +1?
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Shucks.
Well, I mean, is this I can't apply the Bardic to this. This isn't a D20.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's something.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, so
Yeah, it is.
my question still stands, Thane. Can I do some sort of XCOM maneuver where I like hunker behind my shield, like take a more defensive than usual position, or
You can choose to dodge as your action, which means all attacks against you will have disadvantage.
I mean, that seems legit. He was going after me. I think I like laid down some sort of fish joke, or your mom looks like a fish or something like that, you know, which is probably true, but that's why it's funny. So probably some sort of insult. Like, I'm going to throw in an insult, but I'm also going to do what you suggest, which is
Your mother is also ugly, like you.
yeah. The egg doesn't spawn far from the other egg. Nest.
Okay,
So
so you're going to take the dodge action.
yes, I will dodge, but I get in some nice remarks.
You shout insults at it from behind the safety of your shield.
Yes.
Yep.
Perfect.
Much like arguing on the internet.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to do you much good
Uh-oh.
Yikes.
because I rolled really well.
Uh-oh.
So it first stabs you, coming around your shield for 5 points of damage, and then leans in to bite and chews your shoulder for another 4 points.
I'm down! I'm down!
Tokas, we need a cleric in the party.
The Damage Guild podcast. As the ancient tomes have foretold, more or less.
How are you today? I'm fine. My name's Jay, and I am a person on this show who likes to talk to you. We're going to talk about our Facebook, our Twitter, our website, our email address. Hit us up on Twitter. Give us a follow. Give us a twit. Twitter.com/DamageGuild. Facebook.com/DamageGuild. Twitch.tv/DamageGuild. And don't forget to go to player.fm and subscribe so that we can get pushed up that features page. We can get higher and higher ranks. We're doing well. We're climbing. We're doing our best. We're tired. We're ascending to the heights, but you can give us that push that we need to get to the next level. And by that, I mean to surmount the next podcast ahead of us on that features page and stomp it underfoot like so much gravel. So if you want to help us stomp on other podcasts, go to player.fm, subscribe, tell your grandma to subscribe, and help us get to the top. And that will become our shared reality. If you want to get a personal message on the show, you can go to thedamageguild.com/decree. Or if you don't have a personal message and you just want to chip us a couple bucks just because you like what we're doing and you want to help support the show, you can go to thedamageguild.com/donate. Hey, maybe you don't want to say anything. Maybe you just want to be an anonymous benefactor of the show and be a part of what we're doing here. So if you do, we would be in love with you forever. As a matter of fact, I am in love with you forever because you're strong and you are capable, and dang flang it, people like you. Well, that's all I have for this week, so we'll see you next Monday.
You are listening to the Damage Guild podcast.
All right, do I do it now, the death save?
No, I do that on your turn.
I don't do a death save yet? Ah, that's right, okay. I'm dying! Guys!
Tokas.
Crap, that was my last healing spell, too.
It's okay, guys. You can still get away.
Shabba,
All right, now I'm really mad. You will perish, you fiend! I get a 22 to hit, and it takes 7 damage.
okay, another solid blow, and it looks like it's still ready to fight.
Oh, man.
It is looking somewhat weaker.
As a bonus action, I express my disgust.
This one looks a little bit stronger than the one that you fought first.
Oh, we should have observed this one before I decided to get brave.
Wait, is it a beast? It's not a beast, right?
No.
No.
Humanoid.
A fishinoid.
Yeah.
Azlo.
I'll take a stab at it again. That would be a 16.
Nice.
Hit.
And max damage for 10.
All right.
Right. And with that blow, you bring down the second beast.
Yeah!
You managed to finish off both of them.
Nice.
Wow.
2 kill shots.
Yeah, a couple lucky hits at the end there.
Yeah.
That was the exact number that you needed to kill.
Oh, man.
Nice.
Oh, goodness.
Phew.
Can you guys help me up?
Yeah, I can
You're
try.
unconscious.
Oh, I'm unconscious? Oh.
Can I
Yeah.
make a medicine check on Tokas?
You can, but first he makes a death save to see if he wakes up or not.
All right, so, what die is this done with again?
It's just a d20.
Okay. Can I use my Bardic Inspiration for this or no?
It does apply to saving throws, right?
Yeah, that's what I was looking up. It doesn't say anything about whether they have to be conscious or not to use it.
I'll allow it.
Cool.
All right, we do need to look into that, though, because this might not be the last time this comes up. All right, I will use it.
All right.
I get 5 plus 3, 8. That's a
so that's a
fail.
But it's still a failure.
Ooh.
Yeah. It doesn't matter a whole lot unless you roll a 20, really, because they can tend to you, and 20 would just mean you wake up now.
So that's 1 failure.
Yep. So, Shabba, you can make a medicine check. DC is 15, I believe.
All right, I immediately rush over to Tokas, dropping my sword. I go, no, Tokas, stay with me, bud. Stay with me.
I just kind of blankly.
I'm going to use my Bardic Inspiration on that. Okay, the Bardic Inspiration put me up over the top. That's a 16.
So you manage to bind his wounds with some scraps of cloth that you find.
Scraps of his toupee.
Stuffing hair into the open wound.
Yeah.
Did we ever get that back? It was in the fish's mouth.
It just bit off a few of the hairs. It didn't take the whole thing. So you bind his wounds, and he is no longer bleeding. You still hear shouts and boots running around up above you, but you haven't seen anyone come down or heard anyone come down to you.
Useless.
Get down here now. We need Greth. Come here. Greth, where are you? We need a medic. And don't cut anything off of him. He needs healing.
You realize he's a carpenter, so the only medical procedures he would do would be, like, sawing off a leg.
He's the only medical professional we have on board the ship.
Yeah, he would be like, oh, well, we can improve this. You know, we'll chop that off
Yeah.
and put on a new.
He's not quite short enough.
Chop me down to my knees.
Yeah.
Okay, so just so that we're all clear, when a hero drops to 0, they're bleeding out and unconscious, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then once they've been stabilized, either by rolling enough 10s or someone come over and do a medicine check like Shabba just did, they're stable and conscious again?
No.
They're just stable.
They're just stable.
Yeah, I'm blacked out. I shouldn't be saying anything besides like moans, like, ugh.
I think you just regain consciousness once you gain hit points.
Once you gain hit points, you become conscious?
I think so.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've already used both of my spell slots for the day, so
That's fine.
We're straight out of luck there.
But I think you made the right choice. Shabba was more likely to go down than me. So it's very handy, Shabba, that you happen to know basic medicine.
Well, that Bardic Inspiration that I had left over helped.
Yeah, I'm happy with just being stable. I don't need to be conscious for what's about to happen. You guys can deal with the politics of when they get down here finally.
Okay, so you're just kind of waiting around and hoping that someone comes for you?
Well, I mean, I shout for Greth, like, because I hear them all running around, but if nobody comes down after a few seconds, then I would probably, with knowing that Tokas is stable, I'd probably scoop him up into my arms and be like, come on, Azlo, grab that candle, let's go. Let's bring him up to find someone who can help him.
I see a recurring pattern. I'm like the victim. This will be the second time you guys have had to bring me back from the brink.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Last time it was an inanimate object.
I play the role of punching bag very well. It's the role of the fighter, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't see Greth come down, but instead Dexter Young comes down.
Dexter Young! You there, Dexter Young!
He comes down a few steps, and you can see them off in the distance, and he shouts, quickly, up on deck, we're under attack!
I knew it!
Crap!
I knew it! I said that earlier. I told you guys that they might have been attacking up there.
Dang it! Well, there's not much we could have done about it. I mean...
Yeah.
It's true.
Now I'm much more afraid about being unconscious. I think this in my head while I'm unconscious.
Quick, Azlo, let's nail these boards back in place.
Do we have time for that?
Maybe. If there's 2 boards or 2 or 3 boards and it takes us like a round to get each one back in place, let's just do it real quick.
Oh, to prevent things from coming up from below decks?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
All right, so we'll spend like whatever, a round or 2. We're not worried about getting them like absolutely 100% secure. I just want them like back where they were.
Yeah, or even drop them into place and then move some of the boxes, the crates on top of them.
Yeah, that's a better idea. That would probably be quicker.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, so we drop the boards in place and then move crates over them.
Okay. So the two of you working together can cover up the hole and around, because
Sweet.
It's just sliding some boxes.
All right, now the next question is, do we leave Tokas down here where it's maybe safer, or do we bring him up?
Potentially safer?
Yeah, we know he's stable, but...
I say, why don't you scoop him up? We'll bring him with us, and we'll drop him off in his bed. He should be a little bit safer there.
Okay.
Even cover him up with a blanket so any monsters that come running through won't see him, and then we'll run upstairs.
It's not like they're going to smell my blood or anything, like fish do in water or sharks.
No, of course not.
Yeah, nothing like that.
You'll be fine.
What's closer, our beds, like the crew cabin, or the pantry of the kitchen? Because we could stick him back there. It might be...
The pantry's closer.
Okay, let's just put him in the pantry. It's cool in there. It's out of the way.
Case in point, not that I can really say anything since I'm unconscious. This is Sean talking to you, not Tokas.
Yeah.
Shabba, you might want to borrow some of my gear, like my shield.
You think?
Yeah, I think so.
Can I use a shield?
Can you borrow gear from unconscious heroes?
Yeah. I just don't know if I can actually use a shield as a ranger.
Yeah, do you have to be proficient?
My AC is only a 14.
Well, that would boost you to 16 if you used it. These are the wonderful newbie questions, whilst why you brought me to this adventure.
Right.
To ask the silly but maybe relevant questions.
You are proficient with shields.
I am,
Hey.
okay. All right, cool.
And with his rapier,
Okay.
if you wanted to use that too.
Yeah.
Just take all my stuff. You can give it back to me later. I'm not going to need it.
Yeah, what is, in 5th edition, what's the benefit to using a rapier over a short sword?
What's your stats on the short sword? I can tell you my rapier stats.
It's just D8, and it allows you to use dex or strength.
Dex or strength?
It's piercing, too, which could be relevant for fishies. Right? Don't you use, like, fishing hooks for fish? So, like, a rapier makes sense.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow, rapier does D8 damage?
It's D8 plus
Nice.
2. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sweet, yeah.
And I'll scoop up his crossbow, too.
Okay.
Using all my stuff.
Tokas has the best equipment.
That's true.
He's the only one who didn't start dirt poor.
We'll just leave him completely defenseless and
True, yeah.
go on our
Do
way.
you take my bolts, too? All 19 of them?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Gotta have bolts with a crossbow. Okay, so we'll do that. So we'll drop him off in the larder and take his stuff.
All right, so you spend a couple rounds dragging the body over and looting it.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
I'll carry him there. Yeah, loot the body and
You head upstairs.
and go upstairs.
Trying to pull the quiver off of his shoulder, and it's like stuck on his arm, and it's just like flapping around. Gets caught on his nose. Come on.
None of this wakes me up. I'm out cold, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that really is a legal play, Thane?
What?
They don't need my permission to borrow my gear.
No, you're You don't need permission.
Not really.
You're beyond the ability to give permission.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of leaving you defenseless in case you do wake up, but in the meantime, for example, I don't really have any ranged weapons, and I can't really take many hits, so I figure I might as well take your crossbow, help out in the fight, and then, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, it's just a fine play. If I were theoretically to wake up, it'd give me the opportunity to gear back up, and right, isn't that where my other armor pieces are, my bed?
Yeah, back by your bed.
Yeah, so that would be something useful for me to do. I don't know, I mean, it's all up to the DM at this point, whether I'm going to wake up during the fish fight.
It would take quite a while for you to dress in your armor.
Yeah, I might miss the fight.
Okay, real quick, before we run upstairs, I'm actually not going to take Tokas' rapier. I'm going to just use my bow, because I'm much better with that than with a melee weapon.
Okay.
So I'll leave his rapier with him, just in case, you know. I'm thinking, like, if he wakes up and, like, he wants to help fight, or if someone's around that he needs to defend himself against, he'll have his sword with him.
Do you leave the shield too?
Yeah, I will, actually.
Okay.
Since you can't use that with a bow.
So you thought about taking my stuff, so you just took my crossbow. That's fine.
Yeah. So I'll draw my bow as we go upstairs.
So the two of you run upstairs, and you look around at a scene of not quite complete chaos. It seems as though the crew is actually managing to hold the line pretty well. Each member of the crew seems to be doing their own specific job. You see the captain up on the quarterdeck fighting with the biggest, strongest one of these creatures by himself.
Boss battle.
The first mate, on the other hand, is standing at the opposite end of the ship, and he's holding back 5 of them at once.
What? Holy cow.
Awesome.
Greth stands right by the hatch leading down when you come out, and he's got a crossbow there that he's using to shoot at any of them that come close. Arvad is also standing on the steps, poking his head out and shooting at anyone nearby.
And these dudes are all, like, pretty much the same that we saw down below, right? They're all these fish creatures?
Yeah, they all look pretty much the same.
Okay.
Do they communicate to one another? This is just an aside question, because you made it sound like they have a language, the gurgling.
Yeah, looks like they probably are communicating with their gurgling, but it makes no sense to you. Everyone's engaged in the fight in one way or another, except for Alshaz, who has his knife out, but he seems to be focused on keeping control of the ship, and Dexter, who is running around kind of dodging and weaving his way through combat to do something with the ropes and sails, you think.
Okay.
Everyone else is down on deck fighting.
Okay. Now, with what limited... Is it nighttime outside, or is it morning? Okay, it's nighttime. So with what limited visibility I have, do I see any other type of craft in the water around us?
No, you don't spot any other crafts. It's light enough that you can see reasonable distance, so you're pretty sure that there's nothing around unless it's just being blocked by, like, the end of the ship or something.
I have a question. During my time at Bard's College, I don't know if I would have taken classes on monsters of the world or seafaring things. Can I make a check to see if I know what these things are?
Ooh, yeah.
A nature check, perhaps?
Sure. I guess nature is probably the best one.
All right. That would be a 10.
I'll do the same.
Now that you can see them a little bit better, it brings to mind some old tales of the sea devils, as they're commonly called. So these creatures that tend to prey on ships and coastal villages and such.
Okay. All right.
I actually rolled a natural 20 on my nature check, so that's a 23.
So despite having never been next to an ocean, you somehow know that these sea devils are Sahuagins.
Okay. That's what I was thinking.
Maybe tales passed down from your ancestors or something?
Yeah, something like that. That's what I was thinking in my out-of-character mind.
So you know that they have rigid structures in their societies, and they are very warrior-based, but also have a large priestly or priestess caste.
Okay.
So, yeah, a mix of religion and combat basically dominates their society.
So there's sea zealots, like they'll fight to the end, like the kind of warrior that doesn't flee when it knows it's about to die.
Not entirely, but I guess maybe more so than some others might be.
Sounds like they're intelligent enough to, have a cause to fight for, but that doesn't necessarily mean they would fight to the death.
Well, they're coordinated is what it sounds like. That's terrifying. There's not your normal sea monster, like they're working together.
Yeah.
Like an ant colony.
Alright, so what do the two of you want to do now that you see all this?
Let's go out. Let's find an empty spot on the deck and stand back to back, and we'll each take half the ship and start firing. Or back to knees, I guess. Back to butt.
Back of head to butt?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe there's like a crate that I can stand on, and so that we're back to back.
There you go.
Okay,
Maybe.
cool. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just start opening fire.
Yeah, we'll open up on them.
Shouldn't you help the one that's like fighting 5 first? Or do you go for the boss battle?
Sure.
Yeah, we can do that.
That's Byron. He's fighting 5 of them on his own.
This is Sean, not Tokas. This is me recommending. Yeah, you should probably help that guy.
Yeah, we hear a disembodied voice giving us guidance from above.
From below.
Yeah.
It does look as though the crew has already taken out at least 3 or 4 of these guys.
Okay.
And there's probably about a dozen left at a quick glance.
Nice.
All right. We'll start shooting.
I guess we'll just resume initiative as we had it last time.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Shabba,
I got a 12.
that hits.
Okay.
Nice.
Or 9 damage.
So your arrow strikes one of the ones fighting Byron and seems to be caught totally unaware of this sudden arrow coming at him. And he turns to you.
I give him a little... You're welcome, bud. More where that came from.
Azlo.
Okay, I will take a shot at one of the 5. So add my dex, so +4, so 18 to hit.
That hits. Are you shooting at the same one? Or just another one?
Sure. Yeah, I'll shoot at the same one. And then got max on the d8 again, so 8 plus 2. Do you add your dex bonus to damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for range damage.
Yeah, okay, cool. So 10.
So this one staggers back with the second hit out of nowhere.
And then for my bonus action, I'll turn around and smack Shabba on the butt and give him Bardic Inspiration.
Woo! Hey! All right.
And I'll end my turn there.
Is that your last one?
It's my 4th. One more.
Yeah.
You gotta divvy these out. This is boss battle mode.
Yeah, man.
Just gotta shell them out.
Use every resource we've got.
Oh, yeah.
Byron takes out one of the other ones that he's fighting, but lets the one that you were shooting at slip by, and he runs towards you. And... what's your AC?
Mine or Tokas or Azlo.
Your meat shield isn't here.
Azlo. I got the
Yeah.
ACs here.
Okay.
Azlo, have you been hurt yet?
Maybe. Who's asking?
Like, physically or mentally?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, I'm feeling very mentally drained from all this combat.
No, I haven't yet.
Okay, so he runs at and attempts to attack Azlo, but just misses as you dodge behind Shabba instead.
Use one of your dance moves from your stage performance and you like moonwalk out of the way.
That's right.
You hear another loud thunder crack come from just a few feet away, and you see 3 of the Sahuagin get blasted over the side of the ship.
Oh, is it Kenver? Is it Kenver that did that?
You see Kenver standing next to the...
Yeah, Kenver! Woo! You raise up a little shout for him.
The ship gives a sudden lurch as Dexter unfurls another sail, and you catch some more wind, start speeding up. And now we're back to Shabba.
All right, I'm going to take another shot at one of the guys around Byron, who's fighting multiples.
Okay.
All right, rolled a 19, and that's 4 damage.
You bring down a wounded one,
Okay.
so now there's only 2 left on him. So, Azlo.
All right, I will take another shot.
There's the one right in front of you still.
Oh, yeah, can I shoot at him?
You have disadvantage if you're firing in melee. Or you can switch weapons.
In that case, yeah, I'd probably switch weapons. Just drop the crossbow and pull out rapier.
Okay, it's the same attack roll, though, right?
Yeah, same damage and everything. So 18 plus 4, 22, and so 9 damage with the rapier.
So you run the other one through, and it falls on your blade.
Nice.
The one that the captain is fighting takes a heavy blow from Captain Hawking before pulling back a few feet and then unleashing some loud, gargling scream.
Oh.
At which point, all of the others reform into defensive positions and back off towards the edge of the ship.
The leader, we assume.
It looks like there's only about 7 of them left standing right now.
If I just a quick scan, like, do I see any of our crewmates that are down? Has anybody fallen?
No one has fallen, but it looks like several of them are wounded.
Okay.
As you recall, the average level for people in this world is like level 5.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So you are at the bottom.
Right.
Bottom rung of the ladder.
So the Suhagans kind of pull back. The crew pushes them as they go. And then with one final shout, the leader of the Suhagans jumps over the edge, quickly followed by most of his companions.
I try to take one parting shot at him before he goes.
At the leader?
Just a reminder, yeah, if I can.
Okay. A couple of them are still struggling to disengage properly and escape.
Okay, I miss.
It's a warning shot.
That was a warning shot. Don't come back ever again. Or it will be more accurate next time.
But give me that arrow back.
Alright, so there's still 2 of them on deck, but it looks like they're focused on withdrawing rather than fighting.
I bellow loudly and try to chase them off. Get out of here!
Azlo, did you want to do anything?
I will just wipe some sweat from my brow and be very thankful that I didn't die.
Okay, so you allow the other 2 to retreat.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is killed as Greth shoots it from by the hatch.
Alright, Griff.
The other one manages to jump off.
Phew.
As the last one leaves, the crew lets out a cheer. Like,
Huzzah! Victory is ours!
Byron shouts out to the crew, "Job well done! Extra drinks for us all in the morning."
Perfect time to drink.
We'll be frying up some fish for dinner tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Are they edible?
Fish cutlets.
Only one way to find out. I turn to Shabba and say, dude, we fought something and didn't die. It's amazing.
I know, it's crazy, but I'm worried about Tokas. Will you see if any of the crew members need, if you can tend to their wounds? I'm going to go down and get him and bring him up.
Oh, right, Tokas, yeah. Okay, yeah, you do that. I'll go take care of them.
What is that supposed to mean?
I was in the heat of battle, okay?
I go down and get Tokas and bring him up together with his weapons and shield and lay him down and see what can be done.
I pull out a violin nearby and start playing. We're losing him. No.
Greth comes over to you and looks down at Tokas. Says, "What happened to him down there?"
I shake my head and with my fingers running through his wig, I say, the little fellow fought as bravely as one can expect, bravely as I've ever seen in my life. But he was felled by one of those foul beasts. No, I think I've managed to bind his wounds to stem the bleeding, but he's not in good shape.
He bends down and examines Tokas, checks for breathing as he watches his chest rise and fall. Says, "Glad to see that your first encounter with sea monsters wasn't your last. Kenver, we could use a hand here." Kenver comes over. "Right then, what'll it be?"
Dude, sick spell, bro, by the way. I saw that. Saw you knock those 3 guys overboard. That was handy work, my friend.
That was sick. Sick breath.
Sick.
It's always good to have a few things kept in my back pocket just in case something like that happens.
Uh-huh.
What happened to your friend here?
He was fighting one of the same dudes, but, just got the better of him. We were kind of caught off guard down there, in the cargo hold.
When you say that, Anton, quartermaster, says they were down in the hold.
Yes. They came up through the bottom of the hold. They were like hiding out in the bilge underneath the ship. Crazy.
He immediately runs for the stairs and heads down.
Should we follow him?
Probably. I will. Well, you're more sneaky. I don't know. One of us.
You're also talking to Kenver still.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll take off after him.
All right.
Okay. Kenver looks at Tokas and says, "Well, I might not be able to do much, but I'll fix him up as best I can."
Okay. Thank you.
And he bends down and spends a minute holding his hand out over the body of Tokas. Tokas, you suddenly wake up and you see above you this elf.
Oh, my head.
It's okay. He only got a few hairs. Most of the rest are still intact.
Oh, it's still here? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, ow! There's like holes in my head.
Yeah, it was bad. It was real bad. Those guys were nasty.
That's you, Shabba?
Yeah, my little friend, I'm glad to see you're okay.
How long was I out?
Probably 10 minutes or so.
What are the fish beasts? What happened with that?
They were attacking on the deck as well. They attacked from above and below, but the crew, through some valiant bravery and action, managed to drive them back, and they retreated.
Awesome. Okay, thanks for catching me up to speed.
Kenver says, well, that's about all I can do for you, so rest up and you should be fine in a few days.
No, thanks. And I try to stand up, but I obviously can't. Okay.
It's okay. Take it easy. Take it easy.
I guess I can't do that yet, that whole walking thing.
How many hit points did he get back?
4 hit points.
Yeah, that's not standing.
So Azlo heads down into the hold, and Anton sees the splintered crates and everything. Says, what happened here? How many were there?
We fought off 2. We fought off 2 of them. If you don't move those crates right there, you see how that one board is sort of akimbo. That's where they came up through. So we put those crates there to keep them from coming up.
But what happened to all of the cargo?
It was crazy. We just, we heard this loud noise, and then we came running over here, and they were coming up through the ship.
All true.
Yeah, but make a deception check because you're obviously hiding something.
Well, if there's anyone to make a deception check, it's old Azlo.
That's right.
That'd be a natural 20.
Oh,
the silver-tongued and halfling.
Yeah.
I've already written a song about it. Let me play it for you.
Well, the fishmen came a-sailing.
I pull out my bagpipes.
It'll take me hours to go through and catalog everything that's been damaged.
Oh, that's awful. I'm so sorry this happened to you.
I'll have to wait till morning, though.
The 3 of us can probably help, put things back in order and catalog.
Yeah, we'd rather do that than peel potatoes.
Or swab decks.
Yeah, or swab deck.
I would appreciate that.
Also, it'll give us a chance to inspect the cargo.
On the low key.
Alright, well, I'll go back up and inform the captain and see what he says.
Very well.
The crew seems to be kind of settling down. They drag all of the bodies over and are starting to toss them into the ocean.
After looting them, of course.
Yeah, I call out, did you loot those?
Can mind if we get a shot of that?
Yeah.
They check them over, and you see a small pile of jewelry and such that's been gathered into the middle of the deck.
Nice.
That's my boys. Good work, fellas.
So, yeah, they throw all the bodies overboard, and Anton talks to Captain Hawking. After a few more minutes of getting things organized, the captain shouts out, "Everyone back to bed except for Arvad and Kenver. You 2 are on watch. Arvad, you'll be watching below. Everyone else, get some sleep while you can, and we'll assess the damage in the morning."
Does Alshaz go back to the crew cabin with everybody else? Or does he, hang back and try not to?
Alshaz seems to be a little bit hesitant, and he's the last one to go down, but he does.
Okay.
What time is it right now, by the way?
It's
late at night?
I believe this was at the transition between second and third watch. So this is probably 3 and 4 in the morning.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes, this invasion conveniently interrupted our observations of a certain particular crew member's belongings.
Are you suggesting the possibility that he's in league with the fishmen?
I'm saying we might have discovered something had there not been a fish monster attack.